Hello guys, welcome back to another Nimrod Ninja video, and we're back on the Stanley Parable game. We're here exactly where we left off. So, if you've not seen the first video, I wouldn't recommend watching this one. So, I highly recommend the first one because this game is actually pretty fun. So, I guess we're following the yellow line this time.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what?
Follow the line.
What we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Because we're going back this way?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, so we ain't going back down this way. Okay. Do we go? No, not that way. Okay. Ah, this way. Right. Oh.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting,
who knows?
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okie dokie. I'm on my way.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just
It's boring.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Oh,
What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Okay.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, we're going through a blank hallway. That's my imagination.
Oh, no, not you again.
Let's
Stanley,
go.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Well. Aha.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And
Good
that
thinking.
in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh, I was having fun. Oh.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Oh.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Huh?
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Oh, chair.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite
This chair
sure between
moved.
the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Excuse me?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
New content.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
We're about to find out, aren't we? Oh.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable
You're
Ultra
welcome.
Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley
Yay.
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new
Me too.
Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a
It don't work.
mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there you go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Put some music on.
Say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I got you.
All right, let's
Jump
see
cycle.
The jump circle?
This is like some good news content. One more. Oh, can't
Is
jump no
that it?
more.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say,
I mean, that was
initial
new.
impressions
I could
of
jump.
This game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
He had me worried. Thank goodness.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset
I'm still here,
the game,
don't worry.
and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
You're gonna reset the game
No
again.
gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together. like
Again?
always. What do you say, friend?
I guess. Now that's just a picture. We ain't really here.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What are you gonna show me?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Yay!
Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's not tell the developers about this. Man, they got so many rewards.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning science of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Ooh. Really? The original remake. Ooh.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Oh, this is open.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh.
No, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely
Open
these reviews
Sesame.
were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, that worked.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more
Oh no, I
irritating
like the
than
narrator.
entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny.
Oh.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
They should make a sequel to this game.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You are.
Goodness, this is actually quite shocking for
But in
me.
a good way.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really true. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Oh no, the generator! Ah, that's so loud, stop! No.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their...
It's quiet. I heard a door. Unless it was just that.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Stop! I miss my normal narrator. Oh no. Narrator? Hello? I miss you! Narrator, I miss you! Oh no, it burned down. Narrator, I miss you! Nope. Oh, narrator, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to skip again? Oh. Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Okay.
missed a memo.
New
Oh,
content.
good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I'm happy. New content. I thought you don't like elevators.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud
Okay,
to
let's see
announce
it.
for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a
Yes.
measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the
I was just talking
ground
about
up.
this too.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the
Thought you were talking about a
Stanley
new,
Parable
better
2,
game.
now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Okay.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, then surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
No shortcuts.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Huh? Wow.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Okie dokie. Exit. Is he just following me, or he fully just turned around? Okay.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
0 out of 6. Or I'm at 1 out of 6. Oop.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Yep.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spoil
Infinite
you later,
hole?
and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket.
No, I'm gonna go to the
okay?
infinite hole.
All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
No screenshots. Oh. It was the infinite hole. Did it say hall or hole? Oh.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue on. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay, we gotta go to the bucket. I guess. Oh. What's so amazing about a bucket? Oh, get it here? Trophy.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you're... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
Really?
But I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel.
Nope,
to
I'm
at
leaving.
last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproarious. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The bucket.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Ah, there's the bucket.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now,
Man.
the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this
Okay.
feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Oh,
If
okay.
you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll
Okay,
never understand
okay.
the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally, dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out
yeah.
of here. I'm done with this button.
I wanna go see
Why
the
don't you
bucket.
Go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on.
Okay.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Merch. No.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in
There's
those
not
who
even a
played it.
bucket.
Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh.
Can you feel it? A
Yeah.
glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
It's a
And in
cool
fact,
bucket.
can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Mm-hmm.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The
Aww.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I get to keep the bucket. Okay, trying to finish the game.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if
Yeah, I'm
it
having
isn't
fun.
already.
I love this bucket. I don't know why I'm so happy about a bucket. I'm so happy about the bucket. It makes me feel nice. Is that supposed to be a person?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Yeah, I
Yes,
love this
know it's not
bucket.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
I got
sort
more
of...
jumps.
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay,
Okay.
yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this.
Okay,
Here we
let's see
go.
it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
I see my bucket.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the
It's
first
okay.
game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can whip something up.
I'll buy it.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and leave a like. It helps a lot. And if you're interested in more of our videos, hit the notification bell. And see you in the next one. Bye, guys.